What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Nothing But Skills, and today I'm going to be giving you guys an easy guide to getting the new exotic holster. So the first thing you guys need to do is make sure you have updated the game, because Title Update 4 came out, and with that we got a new exotic holster. And after that, head to the blueprint vendor and she's going to have the exotic holster there for you. Now there's a series of steps you need to complete to actually unlock this holster and be able to craft it. So if we read the holster, it says there are reports of a missing museum piece being split up into several pieces. Intel from the local population suggests that one of them is being held by an unspecified hostile faction in the westernmost control point of DC. So find that component and bring it back. So the first thing we need to do is go to our map, and on our map we're going to head to the control port that's on the most west end, and not Sleeping Giant, it's not Overgrowth, there's actually one to the left, Riverside gas station. So that's the one we need to complete. Now this control point can be completed on level 1, level 2, level 3, or level 4, whatever level you want to do it, but level 1 is perfectly fine. Now once you complete the control point, you might be like, well, nothing dropped for me. Well, you need to go to the supply room, and that is where you're going to get the first piece of this exotic. So remember, the supply room on this one's going to be on the roof. You go to the supply crate. Once you loot it, you'll see the holster, the fast leather belt. Now once you loot it, you want to go to your projects. Just like if you were going to donate anything, you head over to the gold project for the exotic, and then it's going to say donate the fast leather belt. So we click on view donations. We're going to hit X and then just hit donate, and then we'll be able to complete this portion of the project. Now we need to head back to the base of operation. Once you arrive to the base of operation, instead of going to the blueprint vendor, you're going to head to the project vendor, and then she's going to give you the next step of this exotic holster. Now it says project finished, and then we got the next step. So what we're going to do is we're going to head to our projects the same way where we donated, and then we're going to go down to where it tells us our next step, which says scouts reported that 3 different components are being held by specific individuals of different factions. Their behavior patterns suggest that they will only appear near control points if the alert level is at the highest level. So that means level 4. So we have to get 3 different control points at level 4, and they have to be all 3 different factions. So let's start with our first faction. So the first control point that we're going to get to level 4 is going to be this control point, the Vault, and this one is controlled by Outcast. Underneath the control point, it tells you exactly what the control point is controlled by, what faction. Remember, to level these control points up, you need to do the side missions that are tied to them. So ours is at level 3. So we're just looking for one more activity that is tied to this one, and it looks like it's the question mark just north of it. Now remember, once you complete each activity that's tied to a control point, it will level up. And then once you see this sign, control point is level 4, that means that you can go to that control point and then complete it. So just like you just saw, we got the notification, alert level increase, level 4. Now we can go to the vault and complete it, and that is when we'll get the drop from the boss. After you complete the first wave and then you get to the wave that you're defending the control point, that is when the boss that drops the exotic component that you need will come out. So we have the first one right in front of us. This is an outcast boss. Once I kill him, he's going to drop the exotic component. So we see it, it's right in front of us. Now whether you complete it or not, that's up to you, but once that boss comes out and you drop him, you get that exotic component. You just have to pick it up. So we got the hammer guards, and now we can go to our projects, and then you just need to donate this piece. So select view donations, the part should come up, donate it, and now we have 1 checked off. So we just have 2 more control points to do. So remember, we have to do different factions. So the next control point we're going to do is the Hyenas, and this is at Navy Plaza, and then we just have to get this one to level 4. Now once you get it to level 4, the same thing's going to happen. You're going to take it over, then you have to defend it. As soon as you start defending, the boss that comes up will be the boss that drops the exotic component. So we're just trying to finish them off real quick. Now that we finished them off, you can see the exotic component dropped. So I'm just going to clear out the area so that way I can focus on picking it up without getting shot in the back. So we cleared the area out. Now we're picking up the next exotic component, and this one is the leather holster. So we have 2 of 3, and now we just need 1 more part. So you have to do the same thing you did to the other one. You donate it, so you click on Go Project, click Donate, and once you donate, we'll get the check mark. So we have 1 more control point to get to level 4. Now the control point we're gonna do is gonna be True Sons. You see it says Solar Farm, control point underneath says True Sons. So we just gotta get this one to level 4 and then start taking over so we can get the boss. So the next boss pops out. Remember, once you're defending, the boss comes out. He's right underneath me. As soon as I finish him off, he's gonna drop the third and final exotic component before I get the next step in the quest. So once you clear out the area, now you can go there, pick up the exotic component without having to worry. So we're gonna pick it up right now. And then now we just need to donate this one. And then once we donate it, now we can head to the base of operation and get the next step in the quest. Once you arrive to the base of operation, same thing that we've been doing, you're gonna head to the project lady. The lady will hand you the next step. Let's see, project finished. And then now it says showdown at high noon. Now that is the next step in this quest. So let's read what it says and then I'll tell you where you need to go. So it says the final piece of the original item has been tracked down. It's transported by a Black Tusk unit. The convoy patrol's route has scheduled a stop at the bar northeast of the White House. Intercept it and acquire the final component. Don't show up before they do. You want to go northeast of the White House. So I'm going to show you exactly where I'm at. So I'm actually just southeast, and then northeast there's a bar right here on 15th Street, and north of that is a clock tower. So you just want to hang out right here, exactly where I pinpointed this. And the best way to find out what time it is, you're going to hit square, go into photo mode, and you will see the time that it's currently. It says White House, it says 11:46. So at around 11:51, 52, I'm going to start pushing towards the bar. It's just north of me on this road. So if you see this little ambulance here, this is a perfect spot for you to hang out. And I see it's 11:53. So right now is a perfect time for you guys to head that way. And just run straight north. You're going to see the ambulances on your right. Just keep running north. Make sure I hit the pinpoint. I'm going to start booking it. I was a little worried when I first did this because I didn't want to get there before noon, but I think there's a little grace period. So right where that red car is where you need to be. You can see the clock tower right in front of you, but the bar is right there where that red car is. So once you arrive here, you're going to want to run in. You should see them in the back. So I already spotted them. I think there's only 3 or 4 of them. So you want to eliminate them, and one of them is the boss, and he'll drop the final piece you need. So this one's pretty easy. Just be careful. There is I want to say a mechanical turret that's going to come at you, so be careful. They try to flank you from behind, but as long as you have a pretty decent PvE build, you should be able to destroy it pretty quick. I have a lot of damage elites on this build. Then we have 2 guys left. The boss is right in front of me, so this is the guy who's going to end up dropping the blueprint item that I need. As soon as I finish him, the item I need is right there. So we're going to finish this guy and then go pick up the final piece. Finally, we are done. So once you pick it up, all you have to do is go to your projects and donate it like you donated everything else. You'll get the little completion sign and then head back to the base of operation. You're going to want to head back upstairs, talk to the same project lady we've been talking to this whole time. You'll get the completion, and then now we have the blueprint. It gives you all the pieces you need. Now there's going to be 2 more items you need to pick up. Now these 2 items you can either buy from a vendor, which you'll see in a second. You can either craft it or you can buy them. So we're going to head to the crafting table first, and then I'll show you where it pops up. So once we go down to the holsters, you're going to see we have all the items we need, but it says we need a Providence holster, 250 or below, and we need a petroff holster. So I can either craft the Providence holster right here, or I can go buy them. Now if you already have these, you can just donate them, but I didn't, so I'm going to buy a petroff holster right here. They're selling one at the vendor, so if you do this week, if you do it, there is a petroff holster for sale. Now if we go back to the crafting table, I'm going to actually craft the petroff holster, and you can actually use that to donate too. So we craft it, and we're not going to keep this, and we're good to go. So now we can head to the crafting table and craft the holster finally, right? So there's 2 pieces it's going to need. It needs a Providence piece. It's also going to need the petroff piece, so just make sure you hit X and X. It's going to say select item, and then we can craft. And once you start to craft, boom, we get the exotic holster. Now this exotic holster, I feel like with the right builds, it can do really good. It has 20% accuracy, stability, 40% reload speed, 400% optimal range, 20% revolver damage, but you do need to have a pistol drawn. But it also has some really other good talents. Look, quick draw, swap into your pistol, reloads all weapons. But it also has a pretty cool talent that shots fired from your pistol penetrate enemies. But then look at this. Pistol headshots kills grants 20% weapon damage and allows your primary and secondary weapons to penetrate enemies for 8 seconds. This duration is increased to 11 seconds when using a revolver. That's pretty good. It also has an offensive mod slot, 2 offensive mod slots, and a utility slot. Now, I think this is a pretty decent holster. So if you guys are looking at upgrading your gear, trying to run something different, I feel like this holster is going to be something that people can add to their builds. I'm going to start working a build around it and hopefully have something out for you guys in the near future. I appreciate all the support, guys. Make sure if you found this video useful, smash a thumbs up. If you have any questions after watching this video, use the comment section down below. And as always, thank you guys again for all the support. Until the next video, nothing but skills out.